Gordo totally would have been a YouTuber. Hey everybody, welcome back. I feel like it's been a little while since I last posted a video, so I wanted to quickly film a little update video, kind of catch you up to speed on overnight mom happenings. I have several fun videos coming out soon. I have one about reaching 1,000 subscribers, another one about natural family planning, and then 2 book reviews coming up, so I hope that you're excited for those things. I've also gotten several requests that I am planning on filming this week too, and then they will probably go up in the next week or 2. So those will be a lot of fun. And since I did reach 1,000 subscribers, one new addition that my channel gets is the community tab. And I'm not very familiar with this. Of course, it's new, but I believe that I can post questions and polls. I'm excited for this because sometimes there will be a topic that I know a lot of people have mentioned, but I have a few additional questions, or I'm just looking for a little bit of greater direction to go, and so I'm hoping that this will be useful to help me ask you exactly what kind of things you want me to mention. For example, I had a request to do a video about my wedding, and I just feel like it's so broad because you have, the time of engagement and planning the wedding and everything, but the person who requested that gave me some great ideas. So I'll probably do one about that. So if there's any questions about my wedding that you would like me to address in particular, let me know in a comment, and that way I can incorporate that into that video. As for other things going on in my life, summer is ending now for my stepdaughter. She's going back to school, and so that's part of the reason I haven't been able to film as much, just because we're trying to enjoy these last few summer days, and I think things will be in a much better routine once she goes back. And so I am looking forward to getting back into the swing of things and having a little bit more structure. Another exciting thing is I am almost finished with my second children's book. Part of the holdup right now is I can't figure out what the title should be called, and so I may reach out on Instagram or something to get some suggestions, but it's basically a children's book about life in the womb from conception to birth, and it's geared toward children. It rhymes, and it's just a fun, nice book with a pro-life message. And one of the things I'm kind of debating right now is whether I should kind of market it and push it more toward something that is pro-life or not, because the thing is, it has a very pro-life message. It's celebrating life and recognizing life from conception to birth, all through those phases as a baby develops. However, it's also just how it is. It's not necessarily like a political message or something with, an ulterior slant to it. I genuinely wanted to create something geared toward children to teach them what is actually happening that we don't see when a woman is pregnant. And the idea is that they would recognize the beauty of the unborn person and how they are alive, even though they're very small, they're developing, but they are a living human being. And so that was kind of the idea of it. Also, I thought it'd be cool to have a resource for younger siblings whose mom may be pregnant and they want to follow along week by week. And I know there are a lot of apps out there that are fun, but this is something that's a book and geared specifically toward children, because a lot of things that I happened to find were more for women who were experiencing pregnancy, even though sometimes there were fun things like, oh, your baby is the size of a lime today. And my book does compare fruit sizes to the size of a baby a little bit. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun working on the book. Of course, I'll let you know when it's coming out, but hopefully, I'm hoping by October. That would be really cool. So I'll update you on that this fall. Oh, also, I am planning on filming a video on some of the things that I observed while wearing skirts and dresses exclusively. And so that has been a lot of fun. As some of you may know, What Laura Likes started this hashtag All Skirts Challenge, and she has been doing it herself, implementing it in her own life, and it's been something that has been on my mind and heart for maybe the last couple years, definitely in the last year. And then even more so now that she has brought it up and we've been talking about it here on YouTube, and then I've been finding some other people on social media who are interested in authentic Catholic femininity as well. And so it's just been a really cool practice to implement into my life. And again, I can't say this enough because here and there I'll get comments where people will say things about how, oh, I'm still a good person even though I wear pants, or there's nothing wrong with wearing pants. And this is not something to make anybody feel bad or like a sinner because they wore pants. The point is that it is a practice to help us focus on being more intentional about the way we dressed, ensuring that we are being modest in a world where we are literally brainwashed. Things that are not modest in the least, we are viewing as being totally fine, totally modest, and it's something that I'm becoming more aware of, just how desensitized I am to several things. And I also noticed that in music, and maybe I'll do a whole separate video on music, so if you have any suggestions about music or anything. I know I had somebody ask if I listen to secular music, and sometimes I do. I definitely did my whole life, but in recent years, especially since having kids, it's hard to listen to a lot of things I used to listen to. However, one thought that I had, and again, I can go into depth about this if anybody is interested, but there were songs that I listened to, particularly like early 2000s hip hop as an example, that those were songs I grew up listening to, and when I hear them again, I have memories of my childhood, but I listen to them and they have absolutely horrible lyrics. And when I was listening to them, it just slipped through my mind. I had no idea the magnitude of how dirty and disgusting some of the language was, and it's just hard because you really do become desensitized to things that you're hearing constantly, that all your friends are doing, and you don't even realize the magnitude of whoa. And it's not even just the hip hop and rap that I used to listen to. So I know it seems like a lot of people who watch my videos and who I communicate with a lot on social media are older than me, but I was born in the 90s, and so growing up, one show that I always liked was Lizzie McGuire. And if you're about my age and you liked Disney Channel, you would know that the Lizzie McGuire episode where Aaron Carter came at Christmas time was such a big deal back in the day. It was so exciting, and I just remember loving that episode and everything, and it brought back memories. And there was a song in it called I Want Candy, which was a remake of an old song. But anyway, I was thinking of that song during Christmas time this past year, and I thought, oh, that'd be cool to show my stepdaughter. And so I pull it up on the computer thinking I'm going to be pulling up this wholesome show, and while it wasn't terrible, and I just felt a little uncomfortable with it, and yeah, but at the time it was this pure wholesome show. I don't know why now from a different parental perspective it seems completely different, but those were some good memories. Gordo totally would have been a YouTuber, am I right? Also, can we take a second to notice how old the cell phone looks now? Make fun of millennials all you want, but we did have an epic childhood, I'm just saying. So that's all for today. Subscribe if you would like to see my upcoming videos this week, and I will see you soon. Thank you, everybody, and God bless.